It's unknown when the Brahmin Stalker first came here, though it's been here for a very long time. It seems to follow a book written about it, and will hunt and kill whoever finds and picks up the book. It also seems to eat cattle, as there have been reports of dead cattle with unknown bite marks about the head. The book is said to be cursed, as it has killed many victims over the years after they found the book. What the? It is said that its head resembles a horse-like skull that has no facial features and is severely damaged, though that only seems to be a cover over a fleshy face. No description has ever been made of the face underneath. Brahmin Stalker. Writing this report is a mistake. If this ever leaks to the public, we risk putting more people in grave danger. But the report needs to be written, because the book that the Brahmin Stalker follows has gone missing from agency lockup. Maybe an agent has gone rogue and stolen it, or an irresponsible researcher took their work home with them. The point is, the book is missing, the Brahmin Stalker is active, and the more information available to the public, the worse it gets. Even just reading this will make the creature stronger and help it manifest more easily into reality. Because the monster, while looking like a misshapen human with a horse skull for a head, isn't the true monster. The book is. Yes, the book that people have read and written into is the creature. The book first started as an amateur occultist's notebook. They had the bright idea of copying the Necronomicon by making a book out of flesh and writing in it with ink made with blood. The occultist himself wasn't actually a monster. He didn't want to use human flesh and blood to write the book, so he used cow flesh, bone, and blood to make his twisted parody. It was just a misfortune that the cow he selected to use for his book wasn't actually a cow, but rather a peaceful creature called a mimic. Mimics tend to blend in with livestock, feed with them, and move on. The agency usually leaves them alone to wander because they're non-violent and therefore not a threat. This changed when one night the occultist in question sneaked into the farm and picked a cow to kill. It was to everyone's bad luck that the cow he ended up choosing was the mimic. So he butchered the sleeping creature. He took its flesh, bones, and blood in an act of cowardly violence. He took the material home with him, and over the course of the month, he made his creation. When it was finally done, he had a simple black book with black pages with an attached pen. When he wrote in the book, the words would flare white and then turn a bright, bloody red. The occultist was joyful. His experiment had worked. He lasted 3 months. His body was found a bloody mess, with the book sitting by itself on the desk. Eventually, the book vanished from the occultist's belongings, changing hands and adding victims by the day. Our investigation has revealed that the creature the occultist first wrote of was a simple one, with no real features. The mimic was not quite dead, but rather was driven insane by the pain of being butchered and used as the material for the book. It manifested a secondary creature that behaves as the occultist, and later other people, had written in the book. The creature known as the Brahmin Stalker likes to stalk cows, but because the mimic was hungry and insane, it also killed and ate them. Using the book and pen only caused the separated creature more pain, so it ultimately killed the occultist to end its own suffering. If that was it, then the creature would have eventually resumed its normal behavior, but its form was bound by the book and constrained by the words written therein. People would find the book and write into it, amazed by the combination of a pen that never ran out of ink and words that would flare red on the page. So people would write more into the book, causing the creature pain. It probably didn't even want to kill people and only wanted to end the pain they inflicted. The creature may have been able to escape if one person had not made the addition that whoever wrote in the book would eventually be killed by the creature. It was like a switch had been flipped. The creature took the chance it had and killed that writer and everyone else who wrote into its book. Because the writer used the word eventually, the creature has to wait and wait until enough time has passed to kill the new reader. When waiting, it goes back to its original behavior and tries to blend in with livestock. But it's been twisted by its experience. Instead of feeding alongside the livestock, it kills and eats them. The agency was able to get their hands on the book and the attacks stopped. Feeding the book cow blood also kept the monster from manifesting, as we read the book cover to cover in order to report what was written in it. For a good amount of time, the book stayed dormant, and so we gave the order to have it destroyed. This was a mistake. It appears that someone particularly malicious knew what the book was doing and wrote into it that whoever tries to destroy the book will instantly summon the creature to kill them. A researcher was archiving the book and ripped a page, which triggered an immediate attack. After that, the book vanished. It's possible that another segment was written to allow the creature to move itself, but we believe that this is unlikely. Given how dormant it usually is when fed, it's more likely that it was stolen by a third party. It is a high priority to recover the book before anyone else writes more rules in it.